Welcome back to the laundry room. Today we're going to have a look at what to do if your white clothes have started to get kind of a grayish tint to them. What's happening? How can I fix it? And how can we prevent it from ever happening again to you? To put it in short, what's happened is that you have probably been using too much laundry detergent, you haven't been using enough laundry detergent, you have been overloading your their washing machine here. Should be nice to it, or maybe you have hard water which has kind of reacted badly with the washer. In that case, I'm also going to give you some tips on how you can prevent the hard water from kind of messing with your detergents or fabric softeners. Let's get started here. So I'm going to show you a quick a way to kind of boost the process. This may take a couple of washes before you get them back to the pristine white condition, but this is definitely going to give you a quick boost. Follow my tips here. You should have nice and white clothes again in just a few washes. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to take the Control t-shirt there. This one is brand new, and I'm going to put that to the side. Also going to add in this nasty rag here, which has grayed a lot. Now, obviously this isn't going to turn white again in one wash, but you will be surprised by how white it is after this wash. So popping it into the washing machine here. For this process we will need two things. The first one is something like Vanish or OxiClean. This is essentially oxygen-based bleach. You can also use chlorine-based bleach. I will make a video about how to mix that up in the future, but for now I think stick with the oxygen-based bleach. This one is particularly for turning whites even whiter, so if you can pick that one up. Actually, I'm going to link this stuff in the video description if you need it. Also, there is an article that I am going to link as well, where I go through this step by step in a little bit more detail. So the first thing that we're obviously going to do is measure up our OxiClean here, and I am going to go with about half a spoon. They do probably recommend using more, but I don't think that's necessary. Usually the problem people have is that they use too much laundry detergent, not that I use too little. Though that can be a problem as well. If you use way too little laundry detergent, usually your clothes, they don't get entirely clean, so that can actually cause some of the grayness as well. If you have another brand, you can just go ahead and read on the back side. It says the instructions there. Now the next step we're going to do is that I am going to go ahead and add some white vinegar here. That's the one that I prefer the most. So this is pretty easy and simple. For this wash, this is an 8 kilo washing machine. So what I am going to go ahead and do is that I am going to add 4 liquid ounces. Since this one is so dirty. Fill that up into our lovely cup here. So now we have it in this beautiful little cup here, and I'm just going to add it directly into the fabric softener slot here. So the reason that we're putting this into the fabric softener slot is that you will find that laundry detergent is generally very alkaline, while vinegar obviously is super acidic. So if you mix them together, that's gonna create a mess. Actually, that may be one of the reasons why your clothes turn gray as well. If you have been mixing that. Same goes for fabric softener. It doesn't mix with laundry detergent at all. That's why we have the different trays here. If you have hard water in your area, that's going to contribute to your clothes looking all dull and grayish as well. So in that case, what I would recommend that you do is that you add about 1/4 the amount of the oxygen bleach worth of baking soda. Now, why baking soda, you may ask? Frankly, both baking soda and vinegar are very effective at neutralizing or softening up the hard water. The way that the baking soda especially works is that it binds to the minerals in your hard water, and that way your oxygen-based bleach will have more room or freedom to actually do its job, since the baking soda is kind of helping out. So here in Norway, where I live, we don't really have much hard water. I know for a fact that this water is not hard, so I'm not going to add that. If you live in an area where you think you may have hard water, there are some very, very easy ways to check this. Let me just show you here. It's really this easy. If you look at your sink, it's very easy to check. Does my faucet have lime scale? That's a very clear sign. Other signs may be that your sink has lime scale as well. You can test this with kits, but really, if you're unsure, what I would do is call your municipality and just straight up ask them. They will know. If you want to know in detail how hard your water is, you can do one of the test kits. I'll try to find them and link them as well. like I said, I haven't used them, but I will find one for you so that you can check if you insist. But yep, so the next thing that we are going to do here is that I am going to close up this tray, and we are going to close up the washing machine as well. And we are turning it on. Dun, 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 dun. For this part, you know, I kind of advocate going with the cold water wash, but since these are so grayish, I want to use as high a temperature as these garments allow. And the thing is, since you have many different clothes, you may want to check the tags on all of them, and you want to find the one that has the lowest temperature. So like this one, for example, you can see that it says 40 degrees Celsius, so I'm not going to go higher than 40 on this wash, but if it allows for it, this is a good time to crank up the heat. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this down here to 40, like this. I'm going to leave the spin cycles alone because I kind of want it to like really agitate and clean up the clothes here. I am going to add an extra rinse here since we have so much stuff on these, and frankly the extra rinse can kind of help pull out all the dirty stuff that is making your shirts look all grayish. Anyway, last thing that we do is press start, and I will see you once this wash is complete. Alright, so it's the next morning. I got kind of tired yesterday of filming so much clothing washing, so yeah, I'm coming back at you strong here this morning. So here I've hung up the clothes here, they're still kind of drying, left them in the washer overnight. Here is our new t-shirt, so we can compare. And here you can see is that really dirty rag, and as you can see it's so much nicer already. And I am proud to also show you this one. Dun, 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 dun. This is the gray t-shirt, as you can see, compared to the brand new one. So I think it's quite impressive what we have done here. And I also have the one that was yellow, but that will be for the video on the yellow shirts. So if you want more detail on this stuff, check the article, have lots more detail there. And just remember that you can repeat this process, it's not a problem. But generally you will find that if you just follow proper washing procedures, from now you will end up with really nice and clean clothes. Yeah, I hope you liked this one, and I'll see you next time.